Hello, I'm Fadila Okuno and I'm glad to welcome you to Nutrition Moment. Here we learn about the different foods we eat and their impact on our health and well-being. On the program, we shall learn about the recent events and happenings in the field of nutrition, then to the topic of the day on Nutrilens, and finally, we'll be busting some nutrition myths you and I are familiar with. So let's check out the happenings in the field of nutrition on Nutri News. Welcome back. Our focus today on Nutrilens is breastfeeding. Why breastfeeding? The first week of August is World Breastfeeding Week to advocate breast milk as the best nutrition for children. What makes breastfeeding special? Let's find out.
Did you know breast milk production starts before a woman gives birth?
When the woman is pregnant, the body begins to prepare for breastfeeding, and breast milk is produced by the release of hormones after the delivery of the baby. The hormones help in the production of breast milk, and as the child continues to suckle the breast, more breast milk is produced.
During pregnancy, the breasts go through changes. These changes allow the breast to make milk, making them fuller and more tender. Once a baby is born, suckling releases hormones in the body, causing the breast to make and release milk. Medical experts strongly recommend exclusive breastfeeding, no formula juice or water for the first 6 months of a child's life. At 6 months, the child is introduced to other safe foods, but highly recommended to continue breastfeeding for 2 years and beyond. Health experts speak on the benefits of breastfeeding for both the child and mother.
Breast milk gives the child the first immunity the child needs in life. It protects the child. It gives the child all the necessary nutrients the child needs from birth till the child is 6 months. For the mother, the breast milk helps the mother to bond with the baby. It helps also for the mother's health. The mother's womb will go back to normal while the mother is breastfeeding. It helps in family planning. It helps in spacing children.
Breast milk is special in many ways. First, because it's made by a human being for a human baby. It has bioactive components in it, it has living cells in it, and those cells, it has protective things like antibodies that protects the baby's gut lining and provides that nutrition to help a baby gain healthy weight.
It is the most optimal nutrition for a baby. In fact, we used to call it the golden standard food for the baby for that first 6 months. It helps again in the cognitive development. Many studies have shown that adequately breastfed, or exclusively rather breastfed children have higher cognitive performance. They have higher IQ.
When it comes to exclusive breastfeeding, it's that period of time where a baby's body can be fully saturated with everything breast milk for as much as 6 months. When a baby has gone through that process, they've gotten the full benefits that will extend not just only as they are babies, but even as they are toddlers, even as they grow to become adults, they still benefit from that 6 months exclusive. The more milk That is, the more breast milk a child gets, the more the benefit. So when the child gets less, they will get less benefits.
Nursing mothers are becoming aware of the benefits of exclusive breastfeeding, as statistics from the World Health Organization show a 10% increase in exclusive breastfeeding to 48% globally.
Before now, most of us think after 6 months breastfeeding is more important, but as at now with the lecture we've been able to know that even if you are opportune to breastfeed your baby for 2 years is of great importance, as baby gets all the benefits they require from the normal food we eat from the breast milk.
Breastfeeding is very nutritious for our babies. It has almost all the nutrients that a baby needs. And we know that we have been pushed to give our babies exclusive breastfeeding for at least 2 years. So they say, so help us God. I pray we are able to do that.
However, nursing mothers, especially those working, are faced with the challenges of coping with work and exclusively breastfeeding their children.
It can be very, very, emotionally, physically, and even mentally draining for mothers. Trying to juggle, going back to work or starting work again, and also still trying to breastfeed their child. Other challenges even include poor milk supply for some mothers, or some is excessive milk supply, where they are producing more than they need to breastfeed their baby. Some other challenges even include the societal stigma that comes with breastfeeding. Society, there's sort of the stigma whereby people feel that, oh, maybe a mother shouldn't breastfeed outside and in the public, or they shouldn't breastfeed in certain places. This kind of stigma puts a certain kind of pressure on mothers. This is also a challenge for them because at that point of breastfeeding, right, for both working and even non-working mom, what they particularly need most is support.
They get discriminated, number one, by the boss or the HR, and then number two, by male colleagues, because a nursing mom wants to be able to pump or nurse her baby. She wants to be able to have like flexible hours. Another challenge that they face is inflexible hours.
The challenges that working mothers face is the time they spend at work. If they are not considered that they have children to breastfeed, they have a child to breastfeed, it affects the breastfeeding of that baby. Sometimes the work environment may not be conducive for them to bring the baby to the workplace.
The focus of this year's Breastfeeding Week is Let's Make Breastfeeding at Work work. Health practitioners have advocated for a collective effort by parents, organizations, and the society to support breastfeeding.
If you want to go back to work, if your aim is to keep breastfeeding, depending on the organization you're working for, depending on how long their maternity leave is something that you're aware of before it's time to go back. So you need to start prepping ahead of time, which means if you've not been pumping before, you need to start pumping. You need to take advantage of the advanced equipment with breastfeeding, such as breast pump. So if you start pumping extra and storing that extra, because breast milk can stay at least 6 months in the freezer, so when she starts pumping and storing it in the freezer, then when it's time to go back to work, she's sure that there is milk now in her freezer that her baby can feed on. So with that, the mom is able to continuously have enough breast milk to keep at home or at creche or anywhere for her child while she's working.
Why deprive your child the best nourishment? Breast milk is free and rich in nutrients, antibodies, and enzymes that help to strengthen the baby's immune system and protect them from infections and illnesses. Breastfeeding has long-term health benefits for both the mother and the baby.
I'm sure you had an enlightening moment with me on the program. Join me next week for more. Follow us on our social media handles, subscribe and share. Remember, everyone deserves the best nutrition. Bye for now.